Hello and welcome. You have found episode 34, the April 2020 episode of High Tea with Old Waver, otherwise known as HTWOW. We're so glad that you're here. We have a couple of things to talk to you about. So last episode, we were really proud about talking about our first live audience show on May 16th. Obviously, that's not going to happen. It's been rescheduled. So, good Lord willing, the HTWOW live studio audience debut will occur at the Moon Bar in Fort Worth on August 21st, featuring special guest Mike Reiner. Now, who knows what the world will be like in August, but we're trying to push it out as far as we can to hopefully attempt to try and do a live studio audience show. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. But we encourage you to mark it down in your calendars. Again, May 16th, not happening. But August 21st, maybe.
Maybe.
It might happen.
Maybe.
Could happen.
Maybe.
I don't know. But in the meantime, we also want to encourage you to go to oldwaver.com and click on premium, or go to patreon.com and search HTWOW and become a patron of this podcast and get the After Dark podcast plus some sweet merch, inclusive of some stickers and a koozie. There were a couple of our patrons that I sent koozies to this past month, and it was the highlight of their month to get a HTWOW koozie in the mail in the midst of a pandemic.
Covered with COVIDs.
No, there was no COVID on those koozies as far as I know. But it did help make their days better in the midst of the worst times in the history of times. So please sign up to be a patron and make your times better with HTWOW.
Everclear is great. You know what we're doing here is HTWOW is like a time capsule. And at any time people are, if they need to know what was happening in the world during that month of that year, they can go back and go, oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that's when the new Strokes came out, and that's when the entire world was shut down.
COVID, what's up with you? Why did you take all my good times? You ready for this?
Young teacher, the subject of schoolgirl fantasy. She wants him so badly, knows what she wants to be. Inside her, there's longing. This girl's an open page, bookmarking. She's so close now,
So badly.
half his age.
Don't stand
so close to me. Don't stand so close to me. Her friends are,
So jealous.
you know how bad girls get. Sometimes it's not so easy.
To be the teacher's pet.
Temptation, frustration, so bad it makes him cry. Wet bus stop, she's waiting. His car is warm and dry. Don't stand so close to me. Don't stand so close to me.
accusations fly.
It's no use. He sees her. He starts to shake and cough. Just like the old man in that book by Nabokov. Don't stand so. Don't stand
All right.
so close to me. Don't stand.
You get it. I mean, they did this stupid song on Fallon. It's not like we're doing anything really genius. Welcome to episode 34 of HTWOW. High Tea with Old Waver. It's the April 2020 episode, the pandemic episode. And we are doing a social distancing episode. Ordinarily, we record this show from Toby's studio in College Station, Texas. And I make the trip down from Dallas and we party and we have fun. But given the times, we are doing this virtual style. We are via the Skype. I know everybody's into the Zoom, but we figured that we might have less issues with the Skype since there's no time limits.
Mm-hmm.
And we're also doing some social listening. We'll see how it works, but we figured out an app that at least lets us see the same songs. I don't know that it really lets us hear the same songs at the same time.
It's working. It's sort of working.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's a Jukebox. They're not paying us, but it's JQBX. So if you look that up in your Google machine.
Yeah, and then later on we might use Rave with the other guys and see if we can get a bunch of people on this for the After Dark.
I know, technology is amazing. Yes, we, like most of you, are safe at home. I am in my kitchen in Dallas, maybe a little echo because it's not soundproofed whatsoever, and I'm by a wall of windows. But you are in the studio.
Yeah.
How are things down in the station?
It's pretty quiet down here, Dave. Pretty quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah. There is not a lot going on, but I will tell you, not a lot in my life has really changed.
Yeah, I was going to ask you because you rarely leave the house anyway. And, you go out to run and you go out to go to the store, and that's about it.
That's what I did today.
And that's what everybody does on lockdown.
Yeah, the only difference is I don't get to play rock shows right now.
That's true.
And so been taken.
Your creative outlet has been stunted.
Yeah, but that's okay. Sometimes you need a break. We all need a break.
It's a tough thing. And because we are social distancing and because only essential businesses remain open, we are not drinking beers from Good Friend Package today. But I do want to give them a shout out.
Yeah,
because,
they are doing curbside, aren't they?
Yeah, well, so Good Friend Package, I believe, is still open. I haven't been by there, but they are at 1155 PV in East Dallas. And I believe they are still open for to go for sandwiches and stuff and beer. But then also their sister bar, Good Friend Burger House or whatever it's called, they kind of rebranded and they jumped on whatever it is, GoDaddy.
Yeah.
And they got socialdistancingnow.com.
You're kidding.
So, yeah. And so instead of good friend, they are now good citizen. And so they kind of created an abridged menu, and they have all kinds of awesome sandwiches and apps and stuff for pickup and delivery. So if you're in the Dallas area, particularly the East Dallas area, I don't know how big their delivery area is, but support our pals at Good Friend and check out socialdistancingnow.com. And, and if you order some stuff, tip big because, the service industry people, they're hurting right now.
Yeah.
With all of us.
I really wish that you could hear the bed, the music bed.
I know. I feel so naked because I don't hear our background music. You
Yeah,
do because
yeah.
you're in the studio.
And I'm hearing the actual Pro Tools feed. So everything to me right now sounds exactly the same.
And so it sounds like it's supposed to sound.
It sounds
really
good.
weird on my end. And I have my crappy USB microphone, but I guess it sounds good enough.
Well, every now and then you can hear a little digital glitchy thing, but that's kind of, I think that reminds everybody what we're doing here.
It's true. And so things are different in a couple different ways. Not only are we apart and we're not drinking Good Friend packaged beers, but we also kind of were going back and forth yesterday, making plans to do this. And I was asking you kind of what your plan was for tunes, because sometimes you do new stuff, sometimes you do book reports.
Mm-hmm.
And you really hadn't nailed down what you were going to do. And I said, well, I have too many. I have an overflow of new stuff. And so you thought that maybe I should just do all 6.
Yeah, I want to hear new stuff.
And I think everybody does right now. I mean, we have our whoobies, our warm blankies that we go back to in times of trouble. But also this is a time of discovery. We're discovering new technology and let's discover new music together.
Yeah, it's the future.
Can you hear my wife? She's like having a really animated conversation out on the patio.
No, I can't. I have this sweet bed underneath us.
Okay, I just want to make sure
blocking out
I
anything.
just want to make sure that her.
I can't hear any of it.
Okay, good.
It's funny
because I can hear it very distinctly, and it's really distracting.
I mean, no matter what, this is going to sound way better than our Cowboys game.
That's true.
After dark and your house party regular pod.
Yeah, there's way less background noise. But those
Yeah.
were both after darks. This is, our regular HTWOWpod listeners are used to impeccable production value because.
Well, no, the one at your house was regular, wasn't it?
Oh, that wasn't it?
Yeah, because the next day was the after dark.
Oh, yeah. I'm insane.
It's all right, but we did that on cassette, so it was a little hissy.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
God, that seems like ancient history.
I know, back when we all could sit by each other. That was weird.
Back when we could have house parties.
Your hair looks amazing. What did you do?
Thank you.
Did you just hold it up and shave?
Yeah, so I did an at-home COVID cut a couple days ago.
COVID cut.
And it's not like my hair on top is not long enough where I can like hold it up or like put it in a ponytail or something.
Yeah, that used to be our college way.
Right. But I did, it basically was the high school college clipper undercut. Mm-hmm. I did it, one side, then the other side, then the back. So just, push it all one way and get your part and clipper all the way up. And then switch to the other side, clipper it all the way up, and then do the back.
Did you do it yourself or Marissa did it?
No, I did it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It didn't turn out half bad.
No, it looks good.
I mean, when I tweeted a picture the other day, and it was, it wasn't like I had styled it. It was just bedhead. I just woke up that way, but I looked like Beaker. Somebody retweeted or replied with a picture of Beaker from the Muppets. And that's pretty much what it looked like. It was, just a shock of hair on top and nothing else. But,
Did you see what I've done?
You've got some scruff. I've never seen you with more than a day's growth.
I know. I decided that I would grow it out, and it's only been a couple of days.
Wow. I didn't even know you were capable of that.
I didn't either.
I thought that all the female hormones you take would have prohibited you from growing a beard.
I know, but my hair is shooting through. I haven't tried to grow a beard for 10 years. Or I wasn't even trying then, let's be honest. But
right.
I decided to let it go, and hair actually grows out of my face.
That's amazing. It looks good.
Thanks.
I mean, I don't think you should grow a full-on beard, but I think the little 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah.
It's good. It's COVID times.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what we look like.
Makes me look like I live in a van on the West Coast with my dog.
Yeah. What was the dude's name? Goth Babe. You're so
Goth Babe. Yeah. Oh man, with my blurry background.
All right, so I do want to talk about boozing it up during lockdown, and we'll talk about that here in a minute. But let's go ahead and get to the first jam, and let's try and maintain some momentum, because we definitely will be talking about how we've been spending our days and the prospects for ever being able to see one another again. Mm-hmm. But we want to lighten the mood, and we want to play some cool jams. So, maybe we should just start. What do you think?
I'm ready.
Okay,
play me a new tune.
So I'm going to start with a new tune by Gorillaz, and we played Gorillaz, I don't know, maybe a year or maybe even 2 years ago. The Now when that record came out, mm-hmm. and of course it's Damon Albarn's cartoon band, but they've been doing this thing this year where they've been putting out collaborations, and so they've put out now 3 different singles that are different collaborations with different artists, whatever. And the other ones were okay. They were fine. But this one was extremely interesting to us and people like us because it features Peter Hook of New Order, or used to be of New Order, now mm-hmm. just of Peter Hook. And so he plays bass, and some other person named Georgia, I guess, does keyboards and production or something on it. But it's kind of like Damon Albarn singing on a New Order song. And it's called Aries. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah, let's play it.
Okay.
I want to see if this works.
Yeah, let's see if this works. This is Aries featuring Peter Hook, Gorillaz on HTWOW Pandemic Edition.
Aries.
Man,
How do you feel about that?
I really like that. I've always thought that the Gorillaz idea is so genius. Because, I mean, let's face it, it doesn't matter what they look like. Like, he can look as rough as he wants because the cartoon characters look awesome.
Right, he can have as many gold teeth as he wants to.
Yeah. And, you know, he's not as pretty as he used to be.
Right. God, he used to be so pretty.
I know what happened.
I don't know. I think we've talked about this before, that English guys, like super hot dudes in their late teens, early 20s, that they just, something happens to English dudes when they hit like 30.
Yeah.
That they just get all craggy.
I mean, did it not happen to Beckham because he moved to LA?
I guess so, yeah. That there's better dental care in the U.S.
And the sun?
Yeah. That he gets some vitamin D every once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess Damon's character is Murdoch.
Is that
like
right?
His Gorillaz cartoon character, and then there's another dude named Noodle. Mm-hmm. That I guess is like the bass player.
Yeah.
That, you know, there is a video, but I'm with you that the concept is genius, but I don't need like a cartoon video. Like to me, the cartoon video was distracting. I like the song much better when I just listened to it rather than watched it.
Right.
When I first watched it, I was just like, yeah, this is okay. But then when I listened to it, just the audio on its own, I was like, yeah, this is pretty good.
I gotta say,
especially when they get to the chorus,
the New Order bass part thing.
Yeah,
it's so good.
Yeah, I mean, Hooky, he can have same songitis sometimes.
Yeah,
but still, just that instantly that it's him.
Mm-hmm. He has a thing and he sticks to it. Why not?
I don't know. I think it sounds really good. And everything that they've put out so far has been pretty good. I don't know if they're going to eventually compile all of these singles onto an album or what they're planning on doing. It's called the Song Machine Project.
Well, I
don't know if there's going to be a Song Machine album like, at the end of the year.
Well, the Gorillaz thing, when they tour, right, for a while, when they kind of worked it out, they were behind a screen, right? And the cartoon guys did the stuff.
Yeah, they had like a projection, but then they were like silhouetted playing behind the cartoon.
Yeah, I don't even know why they do that. They should just make a movie of every album and then just send it out and not go anywhere.
Well, that's the wave of the future, bro.
Hey, man. It's like us. We didn't even drive this time.
Have you seen the latest projections? Like, it's like worst case scenario that they're saying that we might have to social distance until 2022. That there might not be any concerts or sporting events or any kind of large crowd gathering for 2 years unless they somehow come up with a vaccine in the interim.
I don't know about 2 years. Surely.
I mean, that is the worst case scenario. That's like, that's the scientists saying, well, these models project that.
That's doomsday COVID, bro.
That's doomsday COVID.
Doomsday COVID.
I did want to talk to you about drinking.
Okay.
During COVID times.
Have you been drinking more or less? Or just
initially more, but I think about the same. I don't know, because I'm one of those people that when I drink more when I'm out. Like if you're out at a bar or you're at a party with friends, and it just seems like the drinks flow quicker.
Right.
when you're home, you're just kind of nursing them, and it's like you're having to force yourself to get drunk.
Well, do you
Whereas it just happens when you're out.
but I guess what I mean is not I was talking to Taylor about this the other day. I definitely have not been getting hungover.
Yeah. No.
But I'm wondering, and I also haven't been doing the day drinking that a lot of people have been waking up and just going for it because why not? You know, you don't have to go to the office, so you might as well have a drink with lunch. Have you been getting your day drink on and it's been a slow roll, or? I
mean, I know weekends kind of blend into the weeks now.
Yeah, man. What day is it, bro?
What day is it? So on the weekends, you know, there's your mimosas or your Aperol spritzes that get thrown out there sometimes.
Sure.
But generally during the week, I usually try and wait till, 3, maybe 4 to crack the first beer, to pour the first drink. Sometimes I wait until dinner. Sometimes I wait until like 6 or 7 o'clock before I crack into the booze.
Yeah, it does seem like
there's just so much boredom
on the socials seem like they're real proud of their day drinking.
So I discovered a new drink, and we talked about this the other day, and you can talk about your drink discovery later. But as I said, we're not drinking good friend curated beers tonight. Mm-hmm. We are drinking just whatever we have around, and so I am drinking a mixed drink that I kind of I created, but then I looked it up and it actually exists.
I love that. That's happened to me a few times with rum and ginger and things like that, where they have a name called Smoky something or Foggy Day or whatever. And you're like, cool.
Yeah, so it turns out I invented the Godmother.
Sweet.
And so basically all it is vodka and amaretto. I add a splash of topo on the top just to give it just a little bit of fizz.
A little fizz. Is it called the Godmother because it's supposed to be like some rich old lady sitting in her little lounger chair? That does sound like an old lady drink.
It is kind of an old lady drink. I am kind of an old lady. Here, let me look up the definition. It says it's a semi-sweet, delicious mixed drink that is incredibly easy to make. It's the softer version of the Godfather. So the Godfather is Scotch, whereas the Godmother is vodka.
Have we discussed the Scotch?
I don't think we have, no.
What's your feeling on Scotch?
I'm not a fan of Scotch.
Man.
Because I don't like the peatiness.
I can't stand it. Have you ever heard of a drink called the Greenskeeper?
No. It's like eating mulch.
It is basically half a glass of Scotch and half a glass of Miller High Life, I think.
Oh dear. And
during the Calhoun record, the guy that was in from Atlanta that was helping us record the record talked us into a greenskeeper or groundskeeper. I think it's greenskeeper. And I had one of those sleep app things on my phone, and it just flatlined that night. I couldn't remember how I got home. It was I have never felt that bad the next day after drinking in my life. The taste of Scotch in my mouth. I'll never be able to drink it again.
Just the smell of it nauseates me. I can't do it. I know there's probably plenty of people listening that are thinking that we're total pussies, but I mean, I love me some bourbon.
Yo, I love bourbon too much, but the Scotch, every time I say how much I hate it, people always say, well, you just haven't had good Scotch.
Yeah, I know. I've had all the Scotches. I don't like Scotch.
It tastes like medicine.
Yeah, so the Godmother replaces Scotch with vodka. So it's like 2 parts vodka or 3 parts vodka in my recipe and 1 part amaretto.
The summer
And then
chiba, he be sipping on my red.
and a splash of sparkling on top, just because I pour it in a pint glass instead of a highball glass.
Yeah.
Because I'm partying.
I started off the night drinking the COVID-sponsored beer, Corona Light. Can you see that?
I do.
Because it seemed to fit the times.
Well, and as we said on the March pod, we've got to support Corona in these times because their business has suffered. I'm sure they've recovered a bit at this point.
Sure, because they changed the name for them.
Right. Now everyone's calling it COVID.
COVID's.
So I'm probably going to get shittier faster than you since I'm drinking straight liquor and you're drinking beer.
Well, I've moved to the cider, the brute cider.
You might need to spike your cider with some vodka just to catch up.
Well, my next drink will definitely be a vodka soda.
Okay.
Do you know why?
And later on, I want to hear about your
my fancy drink?
Your lockdown cocktail, because you mentioned something that's fascinating to me.
My drink is definitely gayer than your drink.
If it's possible for a drink to be gayer than the Godmother, you found it.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that, and we'll get into Toby's lockdown drink of choice here in a little bit. But let's keep the tunes going. We talked about this band last month, or maybe in the lead up. Maybe we didn't talk about it on the pod. But we decided not to play a tune because they'd only put out 2 singles at that point. And now the whole record's out. We're talking about The Strokes. Mm-hmm. And they put out their new record called The New Abnormal, came out on April 10th. And gosh, it's their first record since 2016.
I would have thought it was even longer than that.
Yeah, well, Future Present Past came out in 2016. Let me see.
Did that not go over well?
It was okay. It was all right. And then Come Down Machine came out in 2013. I mean, they haven't been the most active since their heyday in the early aughts.
What was that record they did with the guy that worked on all the Radiohead stuff, and they ended up like scrapping the record? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't know that one.
I'll look it up.
You're talking about Nigel Godrich?
Yeah, didn't they do like a full thing with him and almost finished it and decided this isn't what we want it to sound like? Or
yeah, I don't know. I don't remember, but in the last decade, they've all kind of done their own thing outside of the Strokes.
I like the guitar player's band.
Yeah, so Rick Rubin produced this one, sorry. Yeah, so Albert Hammond Jr., his solo stuff has been really good, and we actually played one of his solo jams on the pod a long time ago.
Mm-hmm. He's good.
Yeah, and Julian Casablancas, his thing, The Voids, some of it is unlistenable, some of it's really good, but it's interesting how they've all kind of, gone their separate ways and done things that didn't fit the Strokes.
Yeah, the singer guy's stuff was dancey, wasn't it?
Yeah, and so, but what's interesting about this record, it definitely sounds like a Strokes record, but they also found out they figured out how to make a Strokes record that also kind of stretches the boundaries of what the Strokes are.
Did they put the same filter on his vocal?
Sometimes. Okay. Sometimes. But it's really quite good. It's only 9 songs. So the first single, At the Door, was very kind of down tempo and had a lot of keyboards in it. Bad Decisions was the next single. It's really good. I almost played that one, but I'm going to play Brooklyn Bridge to Brooklyn Bridge to chorus.
I want to see what they
how
did.
they're mashing up Brooklyn Bridge with bridge to chorus.
Because
Get it?
there's also a thing in songs that people call a bridge, and there's a thing called the chorus. But there's also verses. There's also verses.
There's also and choruses and bridges.
A Brooklyn Bridge.
Yes, and they're from New York, so it makes sense.
Mind blown.
I know. So yeah, I decided to play this one, and it's kind of a little bit more out there. But like I said, it's comfortable. It sounds like The Strokes, but it's also refreshing and new. Wow. And I want you to hear it.
Just like COVID.
No, COVID's not refreshing and new. It's new, but it's not refreshing.
Oh, sorry.
But this is.
Okay.
This is Brooklyn Bridge to Chorus by The Strokes off of the new Abnormal on HT. Wow.
To go in circles, a lifetime of giving up. Oh, you hostile, give me a break. Don't say something about my bad. And first he would tell me I'm his friend. Actually, no thanks, I'm okay. And then he would send wheelers my way. I want new friends, but then I want me. Me, I want new friends, they want me. And the 80s song, yeah, how did it go? When they said this is the beginning of the best years, even though false break. One shot is never enough. I just wait for this to go into circles. And the distance of my room is anything so necessary. I was thinking about that thing that you said last night. So boring. Just leave. Is it just them, or maybe all me? Why my new friends, they'll seem to want me. Hurts my case, but that's okay. It hurts my case, but that's okay. I'm dancing on a moonbed. On and on and on and on and on. Looking for racket, that's it I know. That's the way to go. That's it I know. The deeper I go, to the end though. The deeper I get, the less it I
It reminds me of something. Not the song, like the way he's singing.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't think of what it is. I mean, it definitely sounds like he's been listening to some Morrissey.
Yeah, he's stretching his legs a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, I want new friends, but they don't want me. That's right out of a Morrissey.
Right?
That's right out of his playbook.
Yeah. I mean, I want new friends.
But they don't want me.
They don't want me.
I mean, it definitely sounds, I want new friends. They don't want me.
Yeah, and he does a few things. Like, I'd be curious, like, if you listen to the whole thing, that there's some kind of asides that he does that are kind of like, I don't know, kind of like sly winks. You know what I'm saying? Like where he goes, where he says false break.
Right. Well, it sounded like to me a few times that they were tracking the vocal and he was going to make up some of the other words later.
Right.
And then they said, man, it's pretty funny that you say that in there. And he goes, okay.
Yeah.
Then we'll leave it.
Yeah, because we've talked about that on, I can't remember what it was. Oh, maybe it was the Destroyer thing where, it was like first takes. Like he would go back and record other takes, but then they would end up using the demo take.
Uh-huh.
Or maybe that was our Arctic Monkeys. It doesn't matter. But so like on the last song is called Ode to the Mets. Has nothing to do with the Mets, at least as far as I can tell.
Uh-huh.
But at some point he's like singing, and then he kind of interrupts himself, and he's like, "Drums, please." And then the drums come in.
See, that sounds like a Rick Rubin thing, right?
Yeah, Rick Rubin's like, "No, we're keeping that."
Yeah, that's all sounds good. People want to hear that.
Yeah,
I have to say, I thought while that was going by, that was the most interesting thing about the song. Right when that happened, I was like, they left that in on purpose. That's good. That's funny.
Yeah, I think, to me, this is the most entertained and most into a Strokes record I've been in quite some time. I think it's really good. I encourage everyone to kill 40 minutes. It's actually 45 minutes. I mean, we've got all the time in the world, so.
You ever seen the Streaks?
I've seen them. God. I guess I saw them at Nokia or whatever.
Nokia.
The Grand Prairie amphitheater thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I maybe saw them one other time. Oh, no, I saw them at Governor's Ball, like their kind of homecoming show a few years ago.
Oh, the New York thing.
Yeah. And that was fantastic.
Do they
they are really good live. They're very understated live.
It's not called Nokia anymore, right?
No, I think it's
Nokia
just called the Theater
exist?
or something. Yeah, I know. I'm calling it Nokia from like 15 years ago.
I saw something the other day that they went on this BBC show called Click. Have you ever heard of it?
Uh-uh.
It's about technology and the new things that have come out. And so they went over their history and were discussing how funny it was, like even 8 years ago, the new technology that was coming out seems so stupid right now.
Right.
But at the very start of their
Zune?
Yeah, at the very start of their thing, that they were talking about Nokia phones, and that everyone was pretty for sure that no one was ever going to take them over. And 4 out of 5 people that had cell phones, they were all Nokias at one time.
Right.
And then they were discussing that Apple was actually going to try to put out a phone.
Good luck.
Good luck, guys.
You got to overtake Nokia and Ericsson.
Yeah, and they were like, well, you can do stuff on the
Motorola.
on Apple's touchscreen, but Nokia's coming out with their touchscreen soon. Right. And they seem to have never developed the...
I'm never giving up my BlackBerry.
Yeah, old people kept their Nokias forever, didn't they?
Yeah. Oh, man.
And business people had to keep their BlackBerry.
Yeah, I need a real keyboard, man.
Those typey keyboards look so stupid.
tiny little keyboards.
Did you have one of those?
No, I never did. I did have a like a Motorola Razr, like the flip phone,
The Star
real skinny
Trek-y ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had those for a while. Yeah, man, they're really good. They're, like I said, they're really understated live. Like when they did that show at Governor's Ball, they would do a lot of, the backdrop would be like just a wash of red, and then they would all just be shadows.
I like that move. It's a good move.
And then like when it was time for Albert Hammond Jr. to do a solo, like just a very subtle spot, so you could kind of see him, but not really. It was just, very anti-rock star, the way they do their stage presentation, which is kind of cool.
Well, that's good. I'm glad that they're back, I guess. They seem okay, guys. I met him, the guitar player.
Albert Hammond Jr.?
Yeah, at a South by thing one time, because one of the girls we were with, the band they were in, they seemed to know him and them. So we went to
in the
his
carnal sense?
No, they were buddies, New York buddies with them, and we went to his solo show. And I think that they actually opened up for. They were called the Pierces.
Yeah, I remember those girls. That was when we had the rent house in Austin.
Yeah, the crazy 80s one.
The 3-story rent house, like the Miami Vice house.
Exactly. They seem to know them somehow, and I think they opened up for them.
Were they twins? Or were they just sisters?
I think they're just sisters, and they were both good looking, but one of them was extremely.
Yeah, they were super hot.
Yeah.
Albert Hammond Jr. didn't come to the Miami Vice house, unfortunately.
He did not. He seemed to have a pretty big crowd at that show, if I remember right. Did you go to that?
I guess I did. I don't know. I mean, I remember going to the Miami Vice house, but I don't remember what shows I saw at that particular South by.
Boy, it was a blur.
So that was because Crazy Aaron was there. Was that the Greater Good? Were they playing?
Yeah, that was a big Greater Good one, because the house was from the Lizard King guy, Martin, and they were all on Lizard King. Does that even
exist anymore? Lizard King Records?
I think so. I still follow him on the gram, Martin Heath. But, he's the one that found the Killers.
Oh, nice.
So that's where...
So he's got a pedigree.
And I think he's he knows Daniel Miller really well. And so he was around during all the Warm Leatherette stuff and all that.
Those were fun times.
That was
back when we could get together and cram 100,000 people onto 6th Street.
Not anymore, Dave. Those days are gone.
No, those days are gone. Maybe forever.
A couple of pods ago, we were discussing if South by was even going to happen. Do you remember that?
No, that was last month.
I thought it was the time before, because we didn't know last month that they couldn't do it.
Oh, well, I guess maybe we were speculating 2 months ago, but last month we recorded it right when they canceled it.
Yeah.
It was before we recorded the March podcast after the announcement that South by was canceled, but before the announcement that the NBA suspended their season.
Yeah, because we discussed Taylor Young's record coming out on basically the week that the world ended.
Right, and you guys were supposed to do shows at like Six Flags. And
then
Six Flags pulled the plug.
Yeah, so we went out and played Legacy Hall, and everyone at Legacy Hall was saying how crazy it is that everyone is staying at home now because of the COVIDs. And we were like, wow, this is crazy. And then we got a phone call the next day that Six Flags was off.
Yeah.
And then when I got home, I pretty much haven't left home since.
I mean, but you like it that way.
Yeah, everything seems pretty normal.
I'm about to blow my head off.
Are you losing it?
I'm kind of losing it. So here's the deal. My wife, I know, you have to do the Borat thing. She has been working remotely for a month now. She's in advertising, as am I, for the most part.
Sort of, yeah.
Sort of, kind of. But she's been busier now than when she was going to the office, it seems like. She's on calls all day long, Zoom meetings, and she's just working her ass off. And she's so busy. And I have nothing to do.
Yeah.
I have, because I've been freelance for the last 3 years. And so I don't have any freelance writing gigs. All of the studios are closed. I don't have any voiceover gigs.
Uh-huh.
So I sleep in, and then I clean the house. I maybe go for a walk or a bike ride. And then I just kind of watch HGTV until she's done with her work. And then we have dinner and we drink and we watch TV together, and then we go to bed, and then we do it all over again. And I am at my wit's end. I'm about to lose my mind.
Do you watch the show with the couple from Mississippi?
That's my new favorite. I love Hometown.
It's so good. I love that one.
They're so good.
They both seem so nice. They're so Mississippi.
They're when I first saw them, I was like, you guys will never be Chip and JoJo. But now I like them even better than Chip and JoJo.
I know, they're so nice. My mother's from Mississippi, and they talk like her.
I know. I want to buy a house for $49,000 in Laurel, Mississippi.
That's the other thing. Every house they go to is like this is a 4-story mansion. It's $25,000.
It's free if you'll take it.
Yeah. But yeah, I love that show. Do you, when you go out on a walk, because you're so close to Skellig, do you walk by it and you're just tears streaming down your face because you just want to go in?
I do. My walk the other day.
My walk.
My walk. I walked through the neighborhood, and then I just kind of wandered. We're kind of looking for a place to live as well,
sure.
Because our leases, we're month to month on our apartment. Finally sold the dumb house right before COVID. Thank God.
Goodness, holy cow! I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I mean, things could be so much worse. But so we're looking at maybe moving again, if the right place comes along. And so I've been casing the neighborhood, trying to find places and look for places before they hit the market and whatever. And so I was wandering around, and then I just kind of sort of ended up at Matt's and got a taco and a margarita to go.
Really? How did you order it?
They're doing curbside, and so they have the garage doors on the bar, to the patio. So you just walk up to the bar on the patio, and you place your order, and then they hand it to you right there. And so I got myself a taco and a margarita and drank my margarita on the walk home, because that's how bored I am.
You can't hang on the patio.
No,
obviously.
no. All the furniture is put up, but you can walk up and place an order like, counter service.
Dude, that's a long walk.
Yeah. Well, I had all day. I mean, I was gone for like 2 hours. I was just wandering around.
I mean, it's a straight shot.
I don't know what to do with myself.
Wow.
I see like people, I don't know, the kid that invented like the website that tracks all of the COVID cases worldwide, or like people doing like the crazy TikToks, or, making the Rube Goldberg machines that go throughout their whole house, and have like toilet paper going down spiral and knocking another toilet paper and rolling across the floor and hitting the cat, and then the cat knocks over a vase, and then it makes dominoes fall. Mm-hmm. People are using their time so constructively, and I'm doing nothing.
You got a taco.
I did get a taco. I feel like a complete loser. Like, usually I feel kind of like a loser, but COVID has made me feel like a complete loser.
Yeah, but what are you supposed to do?
I don't know. If anybody has ideas, write me at HTWOWpod@gmail.com.
Let's take some calls.
We don't have calls.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's get to the next jam. I had a segue when we were talking about the Strokes, and I lost it. But I really don't know how I feel about this record, but it's weird to me that a Morrissey record came out and I wasn't excited about it. I didn't care.
When did it come out?
The 20th of March.
Oh.
Are you aware that it even came out?
COVID. Man, I'm not aware of much of anything right now.
Well, so 2017 he put out Low in High School, which was okay.
Yeah.
It was better than the last couple that he put out. He, I guess, was it last year that he put out that California Sun, that covers record?
Right.
Which I didn't really care about at all.
Mm-hmm.
He just put out his, let's see. I don't even know how many solo records does he have. Let me do a quick count. Sorry. 13th solo record.
That's a lot.
He just put out his 13th solo record. It is called
Now
I Am Not a Dog on a Chain.
Now he was headlining that massive festival that you were going to go to, right?
Yes, and I just checked my bank account and they processed my refund. Yes, the Cruel World Festival. It's been rescheduled for September, but who knows if that'll actually happen, and who knows if Morrissey will actually be on the bill. So
they have so many things crammed into. There are so many shows that are supposed to happen in late August, September, October. There's no way venues are going to be able to handle that. And it probably won't be allowed.
Probably not. But I decided, because even if it does happen, even if the Cruel World Fest does happen in September, it's the weekend before, I think it's the weekend before the New Order Pet Shop Boys show that I bought tickets for in Chicago. So who knows if that'll happen. But I was like, no, I need to get a refund. And I just checked my statement today and they processed the refund.
That's nice.
Yeah. So that was lovely. But I did finally give this album a listen. I'm Not a Dog on a Chain. And I've got to say, not that bad. As latter-day Morrissey goes, I had zero expectations going in, and I like most all of it. And there are like 3 or 4 songs that are really fucking good. And so I wanted to play you the title track, because the title track is somewhat unexpected. It kind of references Morrissey's battles with the press as of late.
Mm-hmm.
I am not a dog in a chain. Basically, you can't control me.
Right.
I say what I want. But just the song structure and the way it builds and just the chorus, it's a really interesting, good song. And your buddy, Joe Ciccarelli, was the producer again on this one.
I have noticed that he's been retweeting constantly Pump Up Morrissey stuff.
Yes.
So they must be getting along really well.
Yeah, so he's his producer of choice. And I think this is a good jam, and I think this record is worth a listen. I mean, like I said, we are all looking for things to kill time. So let's kill some time listening to the new Morrissey. What do you think?
Let's do it.
I am not a dog on a chain. I use my own brain. I can turn the conversation off. I'm too clever to be robbed. I am not a dog on a chain. Thanks all the same. I have patience and I have time, both of which are mine. I hear a call, I hear a cry. I raise my voice, I have no choice. I raise my hand, I hammer twice. I see no point in being nice. I am not a dog on a chain. I use my own brain. I do not read newspapers, they are troublemakers. Listen out for what's not shown to you, and there you find the truth. For in a civilized and careful way, they'll sculpture all your views. So open up your nervous mouth and feel the words come streaming out in volume, pitch, and rising cries, opening your blinkered eyes, for otherwise you'll never know who you are or all that you can do. If you want to, if you want to, if you want to. I am not a dog on a chain. You've got to be insane. One is company, and two is a crowd, and crowds are loud. Oh, maybe I'll be skinned alive by Canada Goose because of my views, because of the truth, because of my fleece, because of my niece. Like drinking ink, the words explode, faster than fists, louder than blows, faster than fists, louder than blows. The dead are dead, ice cold and hard, to where they can't be overcharged. They have no breath, they have no eyes, at least they won't be dying twice.
What do you think about that?
That's really good. Man, Joe Ciccarelli's good, isn't he? It sounds amazing.
No, like when it kicks in,
What's all that?
it's Manny and Dale.
Ooh, show him on the camera. It's blurry. Hey, are you guys gonna join us? Oh, they can't hear me.
I can't hear you.
This is what COVID is. When you know what we're doing here is we're HTWOW is like a time capsule. And at any time people are, if they need to know what was happening in the world during that month of that year, they can go back and go, "Oh yeah, I remember that."
Yeah, that's when the new Strokes came out, and that's when the entire world was shut down.
COVID, what's up with you? Why did you take all my good times?
Why don't you tell us about your cocktail, your COVID cocktail?
Well, right now my COVID cocktail is what they call in Louisiana a skinny bitch.
A vodka soda.
It's just a vodka soda, but
Wow.
I have when I go spring breaking, when I go anywhere around the beach, I bring I like to make a smoothie.
Yes.
You've seen it. And I have tons of frozen fruit in the freezer because that is the key. We learned that years ago in New Orleans that daiquiris, the best ones, are made not with ice, but with frozen fruit. That's what makes them smooth
Ice
and
makes
creamy.
it water. Frozen fruit makes it smooth.
Yeah, ice makes them crunchy. And you don't want crunchy, you want it smooth. So you need frozen fruit. And
It's better for you.
Ice takes away the liquor in the fruit. It waters it down too much, like you said. But what I've been doing on beach vacays or any other vacation is freezing watermelon.
Okay.
And I will make watermelon and rum daiquiris.
Sure.
But lately, and especially during the COVIDs, I've been going honeydew melon. What do you think about that?
So honeydew is like cantaloupe's flavorless cousin.
No, honeydew is sweeter and tastier than cantaloupe.
Really?
When's the last time you had a honeydew?
Maybe I've just had bad honeydew.
You need to get a new honeydew.
Because to me, honeydew is like what you skip on the fruit tray.
No. Honeydew
there's watermelon, and there's cantaloupe, and there's strawberries, and there's honeydew. And honeydew is like the last thing that I would get.
Honeydew is sweet. I would say it's more in between. It's closer to watermelon than cantaloupe.
Okay.
But I bought 2 new today, and all I do is cut them up and freeze them.
You cube it and freeze it, and then throw it in the blender with some rum, and that's it?
You can add that, what's that melon liqueur?
Midori?
Yeah, I added that last time. It became too sweet then. So what I do...
Neon green.
I like the... this is all I put. Are you ready?
Yes.
A little bit, do you make your own simple syrup?
No.
All you do, it's equal parts, just whatever, how much sugar, put that much water in, boil it down, simple syrup. So 2 squeezes of that, kink, cubed melon, rum as much as you want, and then I like to add coconut milk. But I don't, last time I went for the pina colada coconut milk that comes in a can, coconut cream or coconut whatever. No, the carton coconut milk that people also like to put in cereal and stuff like that. That's what I used last time. It barely has any taste. No, that you have to put like enough of, say the cube goes up halfway in the blender. You put the coconut milk about 1/4 up.
Okay. All right.
So that way it blends together so it will pour out of the thing. What do you think about that?
Yeah. So you're making sure that it's the smoothest smoothie you can possibly blend.
Yes, it needs to be smooth, and it's so delicious.
I'm bitter that I'm not there, that I can't have one of these.
It makes you feel like your toes are in the sand.
There's usually in the summertime. At some point, July, August, my wife, who, despite the fact that I just yelled at her, I love her dearly, she decides that she needs a pina colada.
I love pina coladas. I didn't know that until recently.
And every once in a while, we will find a place that actually does the pina colada in the hollowed out pineapple. Mm-hmm. And that's the ultimate jam, is when you can get the pina colada in the hollowed out pineapple with the umbrella and the straw.
Dude, when we get back together, I didn't know that she liked this. When we get back together, I'm going to make you guys a pina colada that's going to blow your mind.
Yes. Can't wait for that. I can't wait for the cure to be found so I can get a honeydew pina colada.
Well, no, that pina colada is different. It's a different mix altogether.
What do you call the honeydew pina colada?
The honeydew daiquiri is just a honeydew daiquiri.
Oh, it's a honeydew daiquiri. Mm-hmm. I'm getting my daiquiris and my pina coladas confused.
You could even call it a honeydew colada, but the pina colada is coconut based, and you do need the coconut cream or the real coconut milk.
Oh, it's the ratio is different.
It's totally different, and there's no melon in that.
Screw me.
It's so tasty, Dave. I can't wait to make you guys one of those.
I love it.
The little pineapple, I love it. A little frozen pineapple in there.
Oh, I love it. So I just made myself a new grandmother or godmother. Grandmother.
Look up what a grandmother is. What's a grandmother? If there's a Godmother drink, there's definitely a grandmother.
Grandmother.
Before you
drink.
find out, what do you think's in it? There's got to be camphofenique in it.
Like campectate.
That's what my grandmother used to want to put on everything. She'd snap off like an aloe vera thing, you know.
There's a dirty grandmother.
Okay. Is there a regular grandmuffle?
No.
Okay, what's
a dirty grandmother is dark rum, Kahlua, and milk. That's a dirty grandmother.
That's really simple.
Sounds good. I wish I had Kahlua.
My grandmother's
got
drink
some
would
rum.
be Scotch, camphofenique, and aloe vera.
Gross.
She put camphofenique on everything. If you broke your arm, she'd go, you just need to rub some camphofenique on that.
Before we get to the next jam, so I had an adventure coming back from your place after the last pod.
Did you tell me about this?
I don't know if I did. So last pod was spring break. And I brought my daughter down, and my daughter and your daughter partied.
Yeah,
and
man,
we
they
had
certainly
good times. And as we said before, it was, right when COVID started to get real for everybody.
COVID.
And they closed down South by. And then after we left College Station, we stayed the night in Austin. And when we were in Austin, that's when the NBA shut down, like the next night after we left you guys.
Mm-hmm.
It's when the NBA shut down. And that's kind of the first domino to fall that really shut everything down.
Yeah.
So I am in a hotel with my daughter in Austin, and I'm texting with my wife, and we are talking about supplies, because at that point is when the rush on toilet paper and disinfectant wipes and hand sanitizer, that's when all of that started happening. And so she texted me and said, hand sanitizer is sold out everywhere. Can you pick up these ingredients at CVS on your way home from Austin to try and make homemade hand sanitizer?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And so
I saw y'all's pic about this.
Yeah. And so I went to like 3 different CVS's and tried to find rubbing alcohol. Like you have to find the 98% rubbing alcohol, and you have to find aloe vera gel, like the after sun, when you get a sunburn, you rub the aloe vera on your shoulders. And then she ordered some tea tree oil that you put in there to cover up the alcohol smell, basically.
Sure.
And so I went to 3 different stores, could not find alcohol anywhere, but did find the aloe vera gel. So brought that home. And then so she ordered the tea tree oil off of the internet. And then at some point, we randomly went into like a liquor store, and she bought a handle of Everclear because we couldn't find rubbing alcohol anywhere.
Is rubbing alcohol out everywhere?
Yeah, you can't buy it anywhere.
I didn't think about that.
Go to any drugstore, any grocery store, shelves are clear.
Man, what are people cleaning with their bungs with?
I know, right? And they haven't been restocked whatsoever. But yeah, so then at some point, I took it upon myself to mix up a batch, and so we have all this. I'm staring at 2 giant. The aloe vera gel came in these giant plastic pump bottles.
Right.
So I poured all of the stuff into a big mixing bowl and mixed it all up, and then we had a bunch of different squeeze bottles that she ordered off the internet to put them in, like little portable things. And then the surplus I put back in the aloe vera thing. So we have 2 12-ounce bottles of hand sanitizer that are just sitting there on the counter.
Man, y'all are survivors.
We're never going to use all of it. We're never going to go through all of this pandemic hand sanitizer.
Do you think that at the end
you
of
need
this...
some? Should I mail it to you?
Yeah. Do you think that you could make just a bunch of Jello shots
Maybe.
out of them. What they
we
taste
do-
like?
We do still have like maybe a third of the bottle of Everclear. So if I get really hard up, I might have to hit that.
Did you taste any of the Everclear at all?
No, I haven't had Everclear since I was probably 17.
Do you still have it there right now?
Oh yeah.
Go get it. Just taste a little bit of it. I want to see what it tastes like.
You want me to pour a shot of Everclear?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna hold it up. I'm gonna take a snapshot of your Everclear. No, pull it. There you are. That's so stupid.
All right.
How much did that cost? Like $4?
No, I think it was like $25-$30.
You're kidding me, really?
It's a handle.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's a big old bottle of Everclear.
I mean, is that enough?
Jeez, oh my God.
I mean, I don't want to hurt myself.
Does it just smell like hell?
It smells like rubbing alcohol.
Ooh, but you can drink it. College.
What are you shooting right now as I'm shooting Everclear?
I'm shooting vodka.
All right, you ready?
Ready? I'm ready. Hi, Willow.
Oh, it burns. Oh, it burns. Fuck.
Oh my God. Well, you just cleaned your insides out. Now your insides don't have COVID.
I know. If there was any COVID in my mouth, it's dead.
Your stomach COVID's gone.
That is disgusting. Yeah, I think the last time I had it.
What's it say on it? What's proof on Everclear? Like 1 million? What's it say? Or I don't even know what proof means. What?
Well, proof is double the percentage. So this is
How'd you know?
95% alcohol. So that would be 190 proof.
Woo!
Yeah. Oh my God. It says extract, infuse, fortify. Whatever that means.
Man,
I feel like I'm gonna puke already.
you're gonna be tanked for the after dark.
The last time I know I drank Everclear was when I was like 17 or 18.
Uh-huh.
And I guess I went to the liquor store, like a bunch of us went to the liquor store and somebody had a fake ID. And I think I got like just a flask of Everclear because I didn't know at that point anything about booze. But I remember I knew Everclear was strong and that you could mix it with stuff.
Uh-huh.
Like you put it in Kool-Aid and make trash can punch or whatever. And so,
Look at my puppy.
hey, Willow.
Hi, Willow girl. All right, go ahead.
And so I got this flask of Everclear and I don't know what I was even mixing it with. It was, I went to a house party. I think it was at our buddy Craig's girlfriend's house at the time. Like her parents were out of town.
Uh-huh.
And so we had a party at her house. And I was mixing it with like, I don't know, orange juice or Kool-Aid or something. And I drank almost the entire flask and I was so lit. And then everybody was going to go to Dallas to go to like Club A or whatever to go dancing. And I was just like, you guys go without me. And I just stayed behind in Craig's girlfriend's parents' house and puked the entire night and just passed out.
Did it get anywhere weird, or did you make it to all receptacles?
I think I was responsible enough to make sure that I did not Jackson Pollock any bathrooms. But Everclear is evil, except when you make hand sanitizer without it. What?
Man, it is
except
really,
when you make hand sanitizer with it.
It's really hitting you, isn't it?
Jesus. All right, let's get to the next jam.
Everclear is what's normally in like a Jello shot, or what is that?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
it's Jello shots or trash can punched usually.
Okay, it's like when you're in high school to get as tanked as quick as you can, the cheapest.
Yeah, I mean it's the strongest thing you can buy, and so you even if you dilute it, it's still really strong.
Can it
So
cure AIDS?
If you dump it in a punch bowl, it'll go a long way. Fiona's fascinated. My cat is fascinated with my cords over here.
Yeah, I am. That's real funny. My dog is doing the exact same thing right now, and she will not calm down. Did you smell some Everclear, girl?
All right, we have 3 more songs to go, so let's get the next one going.
Same.
Assuming that our jukebox app still works.
Yeah, dude, what's happening? It's really working.
How familiar are you with? I say it's a band, but it's more of a dude named Washed Out.
I like the Washed Out.
Yeah,
I can't name one song, but every single time it comes up and I ask who is this, and someone says it's Washed Out, I always like it.
Yeah, so Washed Out it's basically a dude named Ernest Green, and he's from North Carolina.
He's from North Carolina, and his name is Ernest.
Yeah. Actually, so now he lives in Athens. He went to the University of Georgia.
Yeah, bro.
And so he was kind of in the, I guess, the end of the
World?
No, in the end of the.
That was an REM reference because of Athens. Did you get it?
At the end of the 2010s, at the end of the 2000s, 2009. What is that? Into the 2000s?
Man, we discussed this. If they're aughts or I don't know.
I don't know.
Remember the decade?
I guess yeah, that was the aughts.
The last 2 decades have sucked. And do you remember at the start of this decade, you said the line that ended the world that you said, it can't get any worse.
That's true.
After we were going through our decade of tunes and we said, man, it sucked. And you went, well, it can't get any worse.
It can't get any worse. Yeah,
so
I'm
now
sorry.
everybody knows that you're the one that caused the COVID. You caused the COVID curse because you. Actually, now I'm wondering if I said it.
We both said it.
We probably both said it.
We were both hating on the teens. But yeah, so Washed Out, they came out originally in 2009.
Uh-huh.
My mouth is still burning, by the way.
Crazy?
It's so gross.
Your whole face has changed since you took the shot.
No, so Washed Out was kind of the one of the trailblazers of the chill wave thing. You remember when chill wave was a thing, when it was the hot genre for all of the blogs. That was when chill wave was the thing.
And when blogs were a thing.
Was the same time that blogs were a thing. They kind of met in the middle.
No, I love the Washed Out, and I gotta say the name of the group. It's a great name.
Yeah,
it really fits.
And so Washed Out actually, it holds a soft spot for me because there was a Washed Out song from their first record that when my daughter was born, I made a video of like a slideshow of her birth, and
that's gross.
Not like, I mean, it was a C-section. I wasn't taking pictures of her being yanked out of her mom's tummy.
God. It wasn't the birth.
No, it was a slideshow of, her in the recovery room, her being held by all of the family members, and etc. But it was like kind of her, birth video, and I used a Washed Out song as like the background music.
Mm-hmm. I did the same thing, but of the actual birth with the Star Wars music.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like when the Death Star explodes, that's when Pace was crowning.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Joanna won't let me show it to anybody.
It's weird. Well, anyway, so it's been a while since
Been a while.
Ernest since Ernest put out a record, but he just put out a single, and I really love it. It's a song called Too Late, and he just put out a video also, and he had I guess on their social channels, Washed Out social channels, he had said something about how they were going to shoot a video somewhere, tropical. I don't know. Yeah, because it's very, it's very like kind of, it's beachy music. And so I guess they had plans to go to some tropical locale and shoot a video for this single. And then once COVID happened, all of those plans got canceled.
Got canceled.
So he went on social media and asked people to send him their vacation videos.
That's
So
cool.
they put together a video with all of this, user-generated content of, Washed Out fans from their vacations, their beach vacations. And it's super cool. If you get a chance to watch the video for this, the way they stitched everything together and the way they layer all of the different images, it's really, really awesome. But the song is called Too Late, and it's by Washed Out, and I want to play it for you right now.
It's a good tune when it's over 4 minutes long, and you're like, I kind of wish they would have drawn out the ending there a little bit. That kind of they got into something at the end. They got into something at the end.
I mean, I feel like that's the best thing he's ever done.
It's really good.
It's so good.
I watched a little bit of the vid while we were checking that out.
Yeah, it's cool how they did it, how they kind of mashed up all of the different vacation footage of all the different people that submitted stuff.
Pretty cool.
I mean, it's all shit that people shot on their iPhones, but the way they kind of layered it and kind of cut between everything, it just made it look so awesome.
Looks good. I mean, that's cheap too. That's a free vid.
Right? Yeah, making lemonade out of COVID.
If your name was Ernest, would you go by Ernie?
Yeah, probably. His middle name is Weatherly, so he doesn't have the option of going by his middle name.
I don't know. I might pick Weatherly.
Weatherly Green?
Weatherly Green? Yes, that's what I'd pick.
Okay, all right.
Ernie Gray. Ernie Gray.
Washed out, though. It's pretty damn good.
It's pretty dang good. Good for them. Good for Ham.
Good for Ham. Man, I slammed the beer that my wife didn't want.
Uh-huh.
And
what was
it? It was a did we have the Miss Marmalade? Yeah, we did have the Miss Marmalade. Mm-hmm. The Martin House fruity sour with lactose and citrus.
Yeah, you know what I was going to do today for the pod was finish all the beers that were left over.
Like the Halloween beer from 2 years ago?
That I have in a drawer that we were like, yeah, maybe not. They're all still in there. And
well, maybe if we do a social distance in May, you should have to drink all of the leftover HTWOW beers.
Yeah, they're still there. I like your metal straw. I
know, right? It's good for the environment. Yeah, I tweeted a picture of the setup.
What are people?
Said that I was, that we were recording April HTWOW right now. And people thought that I was drinking beer on ice, and then they were like, with a metal straw, and I was just like, you just need to wait and find out. Listen to the pod when it comes out, and all will be clear. It's a Godmother. It's a Godmother with a metal straw
in the HTWOW glass. No less.
That's right. Mm-hmm. That was a test run. You can see it's kind of beat up. It's been through the dishwasher a few times.
Oh yeah, look at there.
By the way, something that we mentioned in the upfront that we haven't recorded yet, but that we will record.
You're going to be so sloppy around then.
Speaking of, pint glasses and HTWOW and stuff.
Sure.
We had our May episode scheduled for May 16th with Mike Reiner at the Moon Bar in Fort Worth. Obviously, that's not happening.
Yes.
And so it's been rescheduled to Friday, August 21st at the Moon Bar in Fort Worth.
You think that's going to happen?
I don't know. I mean, that is as up in the air as it gets at this point. But if we're hopeful that we'll have football and that we'll have some semblance of normalcy by the fall, then hopefully by August we can have, 50 people in a room to party with Mike Reiner and play dumb music.
Meech Pango was right on board already.
Yeah. Meech Pango from Fort Worth, they immediately were, they were excited about playing May 16th. And then when we told them that we needed to reschedule, they were like, yes, sign us up for August 21st.
Let's do it.
So Meech Pango is still on board. Mike Reiner is still on board. You and I are still on board.
Our mission,
Moon Bar is still on board.
Our mission
we'll
is
see if the world is still on board.
Our mission is to make sure, because I think when we were scheduling it, going back and forth with Mr. Chris Maunder from the Moon and Mr. Mike Reiner, he mentioned that he has a petty theft show the very next night.
Yes, on Saturday.
So we need to make sure that he feels like absolute hell
right.
for that
Yes, we
show.
need to make sure that he stays until the very end of the After Dark and has as many Everclear shots as we can pump into him.
And we can make sure that that show gets canceled.
Yeah, so that's the worst petty theft show ever. August 22nd.
Or the best.
Or the best. All right. Do you want to get to the next jam?
Yeah, let's play another
We're
tune.
getting close to the end.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next song that I was going to play for you is kind of it's kind of a curveball. This is my guilty pleasure time, and then the last one is usually your guilty pleasure time. But I'm doing double guilty pleasure time.
Man, I wish people could see your face.
Man, these godmothers are fucking me up.
Well, they're that, and you just drank some rubbing alcohol
I
like
know.
30 minutes ago.
Okay, have you heard of a band called Moaning?
No,
It's a horrible band name.
it's a terrible name.
So Moaning,
But we're running out of names. Let's be honest.
I know. So they're from LA, and they are on Sub Pop.
Jesus, of course they are.
I mean,
It's either 4AD or Sub Pop.
right. I mean, if you are interested in finding out interesting up and coming artists, Sub Pop, they usually don't sign garbage, right?
They have great people working for them.
Yes, they usually find good bands. And so they signed this band out of LA called Moaning in 2018. And they put out a They put out a self-titled record called Moaning in 2018, and it was good. I remember I listened to it, and I remember I liked it, but I did not like it as much as I liked their new record. So their new record just came out. It's called Uneasy Laughter, and it's more keyboard heavy, and there's points where it sounds kind of like Cabaret Voltaire. There's points where it sounds kind of like The Cure. There's
Really?
points where it sounds, I don't know. It's all over the place, but it's all good. And so I wanted to play a song that is in the back half of the record. It's called What Separates Us. And I don't know. Do I need to set it up any further, or do I just need to stop talking?
I don't know if you can. I'm not sure that you can.
All right, this is What Separates Us by Moaning on HTWOW.
Life is plagiarism. I thought before, what is you? You're not sure anymore. Move to the same rhythm, like you have the same soul. Is it your decision? Is someone else in control? There's nothing here for you. You're wasting your time. There's nothing here for you. Just stand alive. Keep your feelings surface. Don't dare dig too deep. The investment is worthless when nothing's unique. What's universal if love becomes lost? How insignificant. What separates us? There's nothing here for you.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
Man, those dudes have to be Chameleons fans.
Have to be.
Right?
Yes.
I mean, that sounds like a Chameleon song.
You know, it's been a while since I listened to the first record, so I can't really speak to the first record, but I've listened to this record over and over in the car. It's been my go-to for a month. It's so good.
That's great. I have never heard of this band.
Yeah, I mean, it's a horrible name. You would never, like, pick up a album by a band called Moaning.
Especially Moaning out of L.A. Oh,
right?
Dude, that is not a good combo right there.
But I mean, trust me, I beg you to listen to the full thing tomorrow. And there are things that sound like The Cure. There are things that sound like Joy Division. There are things that sound like New Order. It's an amalgamation of everything that we love, but it still sounds fresh.
How did you find this? Because I looked it up on YouTube and we were see if they had a video, which they don't. There's only like 800 views on this thing.
Really? Well, just because I had the first record, I for whatever reason found the first record, and so I was aware of them. And then when, you know, I went through and checked out the new releases, whenever it was, this came out like a month ago. I saw like there was a new album from Moaning, and I was like, well, I'll check it out. And I was like, holy crap, this is like eons better than their first one.
That's pretty cool. That's good. Good work, Dave.
Thank you. That's what I'm here for.
This is a Dave-centric episode, and you're really, you see, what people don't know is on the jukebox thing, you can press dope.
Yeah.
When the DJ's playing something you like.
Yeah, and about 3/4 of the way through, you were like, I'm going to press dope.
I'm pressing dope.
Because you can press dope or nope, and you press dope.
Press dope. Look, most of the people in the world are pressing record on their stupid phone and sitting on the couch and playing the worst acoustic song ever.
Right.
We're actually doing something that people want to listen to.
Yes. We have hundreds or thousands of subscribers. I don't know.
Did you just say scribers?
Scribers. Thank you, scribers. Oh, man.
We have to go straight into the After Dark after this.
I know.
Like just straight to it.
You know, I've been I know you're the engineer, but because I've kind of been piloting this stupid
the DJ
jukebox
thing
app.
Yeah.
It's too much for me to I need to be able to unplug for the After Dark, so you're in charge of the After Dark.
The After Dark's gonna be easy because we're gonna make all those other nerds pick all the songs.
Okay, all right. As long as I don't have to do anything except for be there, that's fine.
Dude, you'll have to pick 2 songs, but we're gonna make those guys. We're gonna get this other stupid app to work for my phone, and it's going to be a nightmare.
It's going to be a train wreck.
That's what it's going to sound like. But I don't care because it'll be fun, and we're in COVID times.
That's true.
You know,
it really all we're doing is trying to produce content to help people pass the time.
I wish there was a way that people could see it. Can you record these whole calls?
I don't think so. I mean, if you
see people do it all the time.
If you made it full screen and then you recorded your screen, you could record this whole thing. But why would you want to do that?
Because it's funny.
Okay, so let's get to the last jam, and let's just wrap this up.
Well, what else is going on? What's happening?
Okay, so this actually came out of nowhere, and I'm playing this just for you, Toby.
Is it another new jam, or is this an old fave?
Jam.
Oh, it's a new jam.
It's brand new. It's maybe the newest of all of the jams that we're playing.
Like they just finished the mix of it and sent it to you.
They just put it out. Okay, so a couple months ago on the February pod, I played a jam by a band called Holy Fuck. And then I played another jam by Holy Fuck on the After Dark of the March Pod.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the band that you mentioned as kind of the other example of a band that probably should have rethought their name before they went ahead and published their first work?
It's easily the Starfucker guys, because you're like, and also they do a thing, and I don't know if Holy Fuck does this, but doesn't Starfucker put like a star or a hash? Do they put like a?
Well, they have gone to kind of an all caps stylized version of their name, so it's STRFKR.
Okay, but they didn't put like an asterisk in the middle.
No, it's still Starfucker, but you know, if you look it up on the iTunes, it's STRFKR.
Okay, so they're trying something.
Yes, but they just put out a brand new record. Did you know this?
Is it their Easter record?
No, it's called Future Past Life. It is their 6th full-length record.
Good God.
As a group. And you know what? I mean, I'm not really that familiar with them at all.
Yeah.
I think I have like their 2011 record in my iTunes, but I don't think I've really listened to them very much at all.
Yes.
But I've listened to this entire new record, and it's fantastic. And it was very difficult to find which song that I wanted to play. And this is kind of maybe a little down-tempo number. Maybe it's a little like kind of like a come down for this pod.
Good.
You know?
That's okay.
But I want us to all experience Starfucker together. So this is entitled Second Hands.
Okay.
This is from Future Past Life, the brand new record by Starfucker. It's awesome.
Let's hear it.
Games we're playing since we always started.
Sometimes. That's great.
Yeah, I mean, it was tough because there are several really good jams on that record, but that one really spoke to me
Such
for whatever reason.
Unfortunate name.
Secondhand by STRFKR.
Sweet. Well, man, you played a bunch of new tunes for the people this time. I mean, we went full new.
Yeah, I mean, it was, ordinarily we kind of break things up, but we played 6 new jams.
We all went new COVID.
I mean, did I go 6 for 6?
Dude, they're all great. I mean, when you play a Morrissey song, it could always be, it's still a throwback, but it still might be the one that sounds the best.
Right.
It sounds amazing. But all good. And Strokes, that's a bit of a throwback as well, even though it's new tunes from both.
I know. I wanted to bring the people new things to occupy your time.
You don't want a book report during COVID.
No. I think you want us to be slurry drunk, and then you want to go back on your own time and investigate all of the things that we've played for you.
Yeah.
So go back and listen to the Gorillaz and the Strokes and Morrissey and Washed Out and Moaning and Starfucker, because you have all the time in the world.
Yeah. And if you ever thought that maybe you would want to sign up for the After Dark, I would say this might be the one to start with, because this is going to be an absolute shit show.
As long as I don't have to do anything, I'm fine with it.
I cannot wait to see what it's going to take to get this thing started with all those idiots. There's no way it's going to work.
Oh, man. I'm not talking about the After Dark. I'm switching gears back to just music in general. It's weird, like today, because I knew that we were doing the thing tonight, and so I wanted to narrow down, and I had like a short list of what I was going to play, but I wanted to, especially like the Starfucker thing, I wanted to listen to the whole record and decide which song I wanted to play on the pod. And there's something about music that really just takes you out of what you're dealing with right now, that is a total escape when you fully invest yourself in what you're listening to, and you completely just dive into the oral experience. It makes everything else go away, and it makes the time go faster, and it's just it's a incredible experience, and it's something that I feel like I've kind of lost. I've been doing like if you follow @OldWaver on Twitter, I do like a vinyl listening party. I kind of ripped off like Tim Burgess from
I saw that he was doing that.
Yeah, so he's been doing that forever, but I kind of ripped off his idea, and basically it was just an excuse to get me out of bed, right? So 11 o'clock, I just, on weekdays, not on weekends, but on weekdays, when I can muster the strength, or when I don't have anything else going on, I will grab a record out of my collection, a vinyl record, and I will throw it on, and I will live stream it on YouTube. And, and I will do live commentary on Twitter and live commentary on YouTube. And, there's a handful of people that are into it, and it's fine. I mean, there are people that look forward to it, but it gives me something to do, and it's an escape. It breaks up the day, and it just drives home the point that music is so important, especially in times like this, because we need something that can distract us from the harsh reality of everything else that's going on.
Oh yeah, totally. I've even found late at night, I have found I am listening to music late at night, and I never do that. I hate music.
You're a tough audience.
Yeah, but I find things like something will kick me off. Like a bunch of people have sent me the. You've seen the thing with the Mad World version of the bass player from Tears for Fears and his daughter playing Mad World.
It's incredible.
It's amazing when she starts singing. You can't believe that this girl is playing all the lead parts, and then when she hits all the harmonies, it's like she's not even trying.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you kind of go, man, Tears for Fears is really good. And then all of a sudden you're 9 songs
that's what
into
made
it.
me on like the my YouTube streaming thing. I played The Hurting.
Yeah, because it's because of that. And I've been doing, and then all of a sudden you look up and it's 2:30 in the morning and you've listened to like 20 Tears for Fears songs and you're like, this is great. And I never do that. So it's, I'm with you. Music is, we can't see it live right now, but you can hear a ton of it. I mean, it is the one thing you can do in your house. And you can do it and it sounds great. And we have that. You can only watch so much TV. That's
true.
There's a lot of music. So let's wrap this up, get some other drunk people on this line, and let's do a whole other 2 hours of music.
Are we really going to do this tonight?
Yeah.
The classroom. Strong words in the staff room. That book accusations fly. You're fucking your student, aren't you?
It's gross.
I saw you pick her up at the bus stop.
The 80s were so gross.
Don't stand so close to me. Hey, HTWOWers. Thank you for listening, even though you can't stand close to us, at least not until August of 2020. Thank you for listening to April 2020's episode 34 of HTWOW. It's been an experience.
It worked out.
Who knows what kind of magic Toby will cast over all of this to make it sound good.
It already sounds good.
But we're social distancing just like you. We're about to blow our brains out just like you. And we hope you will share this pod with all of your friends. We hope you will listen to it. We hope you will subscribe to the After Dark and become a patron. And I hope that we will all survive this together. It's a tough time.
It's hard to navigate through these tough times.
Music will see us through. Close to me. Hello and welcome. You have sorry.
Hold on.
Hello and welcome. Wait, no. Hello and welcome. Stop taking the snapshot.
Can't help it.